Welcome to East Tennessee Pinball. Today I've got up this Sluggin champ. Got this for almost nothing, $100, and I've already went ahead and spent another $100 on a set of plastic for it. So I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and fix it. Pretty rough looking. Yeah. But the worst part of it is this cabinet's been painted white. Playfield's a little bit rough. Yeah, the plastics obviously they're really roached. But the playfield's kind of rough. Somebody way back in the day put down, it's kind of like a Mylar product, but it's like wood grained, fake wood grain finish sticker. It's like a laminate for a countertop. I was talking to Steve at the PBR, and he said that was the way it was done back in the day. He would know. He also told me this is a great playing game, and he kind of talked me into, I don't know if he talked me into it, but he didn't really encourage me to fix it, but it was encouraging to listen to him talk about how much fun the game was. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it upon myself to fix this thing up. What you notice here on the legs, it's got the original paint underneath it, and so I got some alcohol and rag and did that in like 30-45 seconds. So I think this paint is probably going to come up. I've seen people talking about doing this. I've never done it myself. Take off this old house paint. I bought this product here, Matzenbacher's latex paint remover. I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it does. It's weird. So it looks like they painted it white and they put some real, I don't know what those are, late 60s, early 70s kind of art on there. I guess it's kind of cool. But maybe that was the outside and they just didn't have the energy to do this side. They just left it blank, and the front's also blank. It was painted a long time ago because it's gotten filthy and dirty since it's been painted. But anyway, today my goal is to get it looking decent, see what the paint looks like underneath. It's kind of amazing to me that if it looks halfway decent underneath, people would paint it white. But I know that was done. I know it was done. So we're going to find out. I mean, this game's got some plays on it. You can see, like, they've worn the wood down, running their fingers on it right there. And right there. I don't know if there's got an odometer in here. Let me look. It looks like there used to be one right there. Somebody's taking it out. So no way of knowing how many plays. Kind of looking at the brake pedal. If you're in old cars, you know, looking at the wear on the brake pedal, look at the slop in this linkage here. This is a flipper linkage. That is the most slop I've ever seen, and that right there, that is a metal linkage. Literally the most slop I've ever seen, particularly for a metal linkage. That's a lot of plays. See what this one's like. It's hard to do with one hand here. Yeah, pretty sloppy. But it all looks like it's in here. A little rodent infested, but not too awful bad. Pretty basic box and cabinet switch set in the cabinet. Got a pretty big relay bank there, and not much else. So I'm gonna take the legs off this, flip it up, put it on some stands, and get to work here. Alright, so I got my Sluggin champ rotated around here. I'm gonna spray some of this on here and let it eat for a little bit. I have no idea. Like I said, I've never used this stuff before. I don't know how much you need. Put a fair amount on there. Maybe let it eat for a minute or two and then come back with a rag. Alright, that's about a minute. So we'll see what this stuff does. Oh, I already saw. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's strangely satisfying. It's like just coming up like gum. Wow. I can't believe this. So it's just Now I'm reaching the extent of where I sprayed. My gosh, this is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to spray a bigger area. That's about as easy as you could expect. And like the paint is like almost perfect. Now who did this, right? Like, I don't quite get it. I wish this was less. Oh, stream. I've got a stream. Let me see if I get it on. Is there a spray setting? I can't see it. Spray. Yeah, that's what I need. Spray. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and spray this whole thing. Let it heat a little bit. Sorry for the randomness of the camera work. I think I'll just go right at it, see what that does. Almost immediately it comes off. Probably let it eat a little bit more and make it a little easier. Because that was only like, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. Save myself a little work here. Yeah, you see the difference from the alcohol. You know, the alcohol kind of left a layer of stuff behind. I'm gonna pause y'all and wait a couple minutes. Alright, it's been a couple minutes. I went in and got a paper towel because I think it's gonna maybe, yeah, my gosh. It's gonna start clogging up my paper towel. I'm just like, wow. I don't think you could ask for anything more from a product than what this stuff is doing. I mean, my gosh, I've never used it, but stuff is, either that stuff is really good or the paint that's on here really sucks. Or some combination of the two. But you see it just like forming little balls. It's like dough. It's kind of sticky. I can't see that it's taken up any of the old paint that's underneath. Yeah, I think the paper towels is the way to go, just because you got to get all that gummy stuff off. And you could use towels, but you're going to go through a lot of towels. Paper towels are a little. I think I missed that spot. Oh, that's a little loose. That's natural finish. And the yellow underneath. That a little bit more. Get another towel here. It's like BBs underneath. It just forms little balls. I tell you what, I'm doing this on a kind of industrial carpet, but it's still carpet. I'm gonna need to not grind this into the carpet with my feet, because that stuff would not come out. I need to vacuum up. Starting to dry out. It's been a little too long. It seems like if you put a little too much, you get this smearing effect. It like cuts it basically too much. It's not that big a deal, but it's, yeah, because you can still come back and wipe it right off. But there's like kind of an optimal amount of it to put on. Well, I'm looking at my video timer and it says 4 minutes. I guess that's on this recording. That wasn't for the very beginning, and like 95% of the paint is gone. I'm gonna have to take another pass. It'll probably take me, I don't know, maybe another 5-10 minutes to get the rest of this off. Some of it's going to be kind of the detailed stuff. Getting around here, it'll take a little longer, but honestly, and all the paint is there. I mean, it's perfect. I still don't quite understand why somebody preferred the white versus this, because this is pretty cool. Let me back out a little bit. I mean, it's literally perfect. I guess that green used to be blue. You know, it's kind of faded or smoke infested or whatever. And that, what's kind of orangey looking, used to be yellow. And that, with the yellow, used to be white. So it's all stained and aged, but you know, that's just kind of showing its character since from 1955. It still looks way better than that white paint. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you what I get when I'm done. Well, I spent about another 15 minutes, got it pretty good. It got almost everything off of here. There's, you know, the only places that kind of left it were places where I think it was like gouged before they painted it, and the latex was more willing to stick to the wood than it was the old paint. So, you know, places, that might be a place I missed. Nope, that's see, like right there, that's stuck in an old gouge. So the places where you see white, it's actually because there's no old paint, so it didn't come up. So places like that, you almost need to scrape with a fingernail or a little plastic scraper or something, or leave the white. I mean, it looked, when I first saw it, I thought it was primer underneath all the paint, but I don't think it is. I think it's the latex stuck to the wood. So basically those were the scuffs that were there prior to painting it with the latex. So anyway, like I said, this was about 30 minutes total for this side. I'll put another 30 minutes on the other side, probably at least 30 minutes in the front, maybe take the coin door off and give it a vapor rust bath, and this cabinet will look way, way better. Anyway, so I can't say, you know, I read about this stuff on Pinside and wow, did everything I'd expected to. So I'm done, stripped the paint. This is the first side I did. It really came out pretty good. I mean, there's some discoloration, but that's like the old cigarette smoke and everything else on there. I may try a different cleaner to try to get some of that off. Here's the top. The top had quite a few scuffs prior to painting it, but it's looks a lot better than that ugly white, I'll tell you that for sure. And here's the other side. This is the one that had the stripes painted on it. The stripes were considerably harder to get off than the white paint, but it all came off. This one, it's not as dirty underneath, but I might try some, I don't know, some glass cleaner and or some simple grain or something to kind of clean this up a little bit more. Not the paint, but the dirt that was in. They didn't clean the cabinet before they painted it, so that might have helped actually get the paint off as easy as it came off. But anyway, this stuff worked pretty well. I used almost 1 jug of it, 22 ounces. If you liked the video, click like and hit subscribe. Adios.